Well, Brett, we expected tonight to be covering the Unity Christian Grand Rapids Catholic Central District Final in boys basketball in Division II. Obviously, that's not happening. The girls' state tournament's not going on. All sports really across the country have pretty much come to a stop here with COVID-19. When you look at it, the MHSA came out today and said all sports, all team activities are suspended until at least April the 6th, which coincides with the school closings for the next 3 weeks. And most everybody goes into spring break after that, at least in the Kent County area. We're looking at 4 weeks here before anything resumes, and it certainly doesn't look good for winter sports tournaments.
No, it doesn't. And let me just start by saying that they've done the right thing here. I mean, I think as sports fans, sometimes we get caught up. How could they do this? How could they do that? You and I cover this as a career. And the collaboration, the communication at all levels, we know the trickle-down effect of sports. I mean, right? You've got pro, college. Usually it trickles down to the high school ranks when a decision is made, and even youth sports, which we'll get into in a little bit. But I think they've done a tremendous job. But you can't help as a parent or as a coach, if you coach at the youth level, thinking about, for instance, high school seniors. And now in those winter sports seasons, if they don't get a chance to finish, that's the way the chapter ends for them. And that's such a vital part of high school sports with their careers and what they do, because a lot of them won't go on and play after this necessarily on a team sport. And if you were playing for a championship, boy, as you know, those are memories that just won't happen for some of those kids.
We know as high school athletes that it's going to come to an end, but it usually comes to an end with a very difficult loss in the state tournament or a championship. I mean, there's something called closure. A lot of kids, both college, high school, all over the place, aren't going to get that closure. How do you think that impacts kids?
Well, I think it's something that as a family you have to have a conversation with, right? And as parents. I mean, sometimes it's as tough for the parents as it is for the kids, because the blood, sweat, and tears, right? Taking them to the practices, following them. I know emotionally as a parent myself, watching my kids, that's almost tougher than when I played back in the day, right? So there's all that emotion, and I think, you know, you have to go through this together.
You and I, as parents of younger kids, we have to be prepared for the fact that our Little League baseball seasons may not happen. Our soccer spring seasons may not happen.
It's one of those things that you can't take away when you're involved with sports at whatever level. Officials, people that work at arenas, that's part of their job. I mean, there's that impact there, and when you take that away from your everyday life, there's interesting things that go on psychologically with that, and that's why it's going to be very interesting. Therapeutic is what sports is for a lot of people, I think, and now you've seen that taken away for them, and they have to adjust. Not that we can't do that, we do move on, but it's just interesting in this situation, and the fact that there's no real timetable, there's no real precedent with what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, there's not going to be any sports, at least not right now, and for how long, no one's really sure. For now, we'll send it back over to Doug and Annie.